everybody. It's Zuzu Loves. How was everybody's week? It's cold up here, so I'm wearing a blanket. Hello. But I haven't. It's not like we're in Alaska or anything, so it would be really cold if we were in Alaska. But here, get behind ear. But it was snowing on Halloween. Look at that natural lighting. That's because I have a bunch of totes. I have a bunch of totes because on my bed, clear plastic totes that the light is shining through, because cleaning up my room. Okay, so like everything is covered with stuff. We have like this. I don't know where am I even gonna put that because I don't want to take it out of the box. And the pink ukulele. She told me, son, when I grow old, you have to clean up all this mold. And when your father turns to stone, will you quit playing on your phone? That's a pretty nice intro. Something that I don't think many people have talked about. I didn't even mention the topic in the intro, but I did sing our weird parody of House of Gold by 21 Pilots, which makes me happy. So, yeah, it feels like there's something around my neck. That's my ponytail. Let me get that. Okay, that's better. So, this will have spoilers for any Marvel movie ever. Okay, why did you click on this video if it said the Marvel Multiverse explained? Because that's what we're explaining. So, a lot of people, they're not sure whether it's real or not because Mysterio turned out to be a bad guy. Well, guess what? It's real. Isn't that right, Mr. Pink Ukulele? Oh, I have the... It got everyone. Poor Ray Bear, she just has her little... We got everyone, the whole gang. Okay, so I have a bunch of Star Wars stuffed animals in a Marvel video. That's nice. Okay. So, yes, I do think it definitely exists. Because when Captain America threw his... if you didn't get that reference, it's the old Captain America theme song. Go check it out. It's pretty funny. It's good. Okay, so when Captain America traveled back in time, things didn't perfectly... Okay, so first we're gonna go back. Okay. To the left, to the back, to the back, to the back, to the back. I don't know what I'm doing. To the back, to the back, to the back, to the back, now to the forwards, to the forwards, to the forwards. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning of Endgame. Not the very beginning, when Scott is Scott, but when Tony finds time travel about that part. So we're gonna... I'm sorry, I still have remnants of caramel popcorn, so if I just stop and you hear this like slight chewing sound, that's me. Like right there. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, I'm getting off topic. If I want subscribers, I can't get off topic. So, basically, like, they found time travel, but things don't really go to plan. Since we know there was the reality because the future Tony, the future Avengers, have all lived through that reality. So that's a true reality. But then, when Loki gets the Tesseract, is a good example. And so then, I'm sorry, my brain juices aren't flowing that well. I'm sorry. So then these stuffed animals are hurting my arms. Okay, so I put the stuffed animals down. I still want my blanket because blankets are nice. It's kind of hard to breathe in this. It's not like on my head or anything, but it's still hard to breathe in. I'm gonna switch this all around. Okay. That's nice. I just wanted to shorten it just so you can see more of me and it's not like weird. Now we have our beautiful little cape. It's a nice little cape blanket. No, stop it. Okay. So what I'm saying is, since things didn't happen exactly, and by exactly I mean Loki got the Tesseract, and so pretty much the TV shows that are coming out on the Disney Plus all but confirm that there is a multiverse, because the Loki TV show follows Loki what he does with the Tesseract. So since they can't alter the reality like that, it has to be a multiverse. So let's say Loki goes back to do whatever with the Tesseract. He's now created, there is now another universe, and then it starts multiplying, because he might end up creating another universe after that if he discovers time travel and all that. But what about immortality? Because they pretty much just discovered immortality with Scott when they aged him back through the thing. Yeah. And Tony knew what was going on. How is there not, like, people who are immortal? Okay, questions later. Okay. So, yeah. We have a lot to deal with. And there is nothing in Spider-Man. When you think of Spider-Man, well, when I think of Spider-Man, when you think of Spider-Man, you probably think of Tom Holland, because you're an uncultured simpleton. But somebody like me, who has researched the comics just a little too much. So, but I think of the multiverse, or as they like to call it, the Spider-Verse, which is very probable to be in the MCU. Even though it is possible, though, that the multiverse was always there. This isn't necessarily it's more of a cool idea than a theory, because it kind of, it's weird because of legal stuff, and the only reason this was because of legal stuff. So, let's look at Quicksilver. He's in the X-Men and the MCU. In Age of Ultron, the MCU, and there are two different versions of him. What if that was a multiverse? Now, this is more just mainly because of legal trouble and all that, because Marvel went bankrupt, and as a way of making some quick extra cash so they wouldn't be bankrupt. But what if there's a multiverse where Marvel did go bankrupt, and so that's obviously not true, but okay. So Marvel went bankrupt, and as a way of making some quick cash so they wouldn't go bankrupt, they wouldn't go bankrupt. What? I'm sorry. I can't speak. bankrupt. Okay, so they sold a lot of their characters, like X-Men and all that, and Spider-Man to Sony, except the X-Men went to Fox, which then Disney bought back, so now we will have X-Men in the MCU. What if that's how they're gonna explain it? What if they're gonna explain how X-Men got there with a multiverse paradox? What if I'm right? What if it is a multiverse? Marvel, you're probably not watching this. I know you're not watching this. You probably have your story already planned. I don't want the X-Men. The Fantastic Four, maybe, because Spider-Man is now pretty much the new leader of the Avengers, and Spider-Man was a big part of the Fantastic Four, and I have a Fantastic Four comic book and Spider-Man comic book, so that all adds up pretty well. No, I have vintage comics, and it makes me so happy. I also have a Star Wars one, which, I mean, it's produced by Marvel, but Disney already owned everything. Okay, so yeah, I just think that it's cool because it might be a way, since Disney now owns Fox, so the X-Men have been confirmed to be in the MCU, which also ties in nicely because Spider-Man is considered a human mutant, and because reasons. So I think that it would work out nicely if they used that to introduce the X-Men, where it was all just a whole plot thing, and maybe there's some sort of, maybe in the WandaVision Scarlet Witch thingy, is it called WandaVision? That sounds, I mean, it's supposed to be, wait, I can't remember whether it's like, I would assume it's Scarlet Witch Vision, but which also sounds kind of cool because the visions that in Age of Ultron, but then that everyone had because of Wanda. I can't remember because WandaVision just doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like a Marvel epic title and all that. So I'm gonna make me some little sleeves. Okay, so I think this is a really cool way, maybe in the Scarlet Witch TV show. I think it would be cool if there is this whole multiverse thing where, like, Quicksilver, because he's in that universe, Quicksilver comes back through the multiverse portal, and it's kind of like that thing with, like, the other Gamora, where, like, Wanda is, like, super confused on how and why and what now. You know, she didn't seem that upset by the death of her brother. There wasn't a lot of... And because, I mean, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, if you don't know this comic history lesson with Zuzu, comic history lesson with Zuzu, so Wanda in Quicksilver, I don't know his actual name, it's like Pedro or something, I don't remember. I just remembered that it's not Pedro. It's Pietro. We now have 3 people with the name Peter, sort of. It starts with Pete. It all works out. This is great. Also, I'm gonna do more theory videos, but basically, like, comic history lesson for the last time. Finally, I'll get to it, okay, people? Why do you always beg for more? I'll get to it, okay? I'll get to it. Oh, yeah. Okay? So, yeah, Magneto is actually Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch's father. Now that sounds a little weird, but timelines, okay. Gandalf. Okay, so yeah, that would work kind of weirdly. I think they mentioned their parents once. They said, I can't remember the exact line, but I remember we were eating dinner with our parents, and it was talking about some sort of explosion that they somehow survived. I don't remember. But, yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember the other mutant who was their mother. I think it was another mutant. It could have been a regular person, but for two people, I think it has to be two mutants to have two mutant children. I don't know comics. I don't know. I think that's maybe I'm thinking of The Incredibles. Okay. So that's really all I have to say. I'm really looking forward to doing more theory-based videos, and a lot of my audience that's already here, they don't necessarily, like, the thing is, I don't think most of them are my friends. All of them are my friends, or family friends. The two that are that are into theories are family friends. Shout out to them. I'm pretty sure they know who they are. They gave me Fred the Spider. He is my most prized possession. So, yeah, it was. So, I don't really know how well my theory videos will do. But, yeah. That's about it for today. I can't think of anything else to say, though, so we're at 16 minutes, plus the intro will be like 17. So, 17 and 2 seconds. I know exactly that my transition is exactly 2 seconds. And I can always tell which clip is the actual video and which isn't the ending clip that's normally longer. Okay. This is getting longer and longer by the second. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye!